Hello everyone. In this video, a recap of the exciting match between Magnus Carlsen and Gukesh, played on chess.com, Speed Chess Championship highlights. Now we go in this game where Magnus is white. We have a Queen's Gambit decline. I'm gonna stop at the key moments of this match and game. So this is a Blitz game, so I'm gonna go pretty fast. And now the first idea. When the pawn is on e5 right here, that allow white to move a knight, move a bishop, and attack this critical square on h7. So let's go. Knight g5 played, h6, knight e5, and f6. Now clearly Gukesh is trying to put pressure on the e5 pawn. And here, feel free to pause the video, the first instructive moment of the match. In here, you may think of taking on f6, maybe moving the rook, developing the bishop somehow, but none of that. Bishop take h6, exclam mark. Now, what we notice here is black doesn't take the bishop. We simply have a strong attack. So black took, check, and here a choice. Where does the king go? Not playing the game, if king h7, simply knight e6, attacking here, here, winning for white. So at the end here, king h8 played. Now the game continues and there's no way to defend for black. We'll move 18, it's already winning. And here, what is the follow-up? Rook ad1, rook g3, rook h3, checkmate. Now, if you're trying to do knight f4, attacking the queen and defending here, unfortunately, you do queen h6 check, and you're winning easily as well. So in this position, very simple threat, winning, and Gukesh try to sack. And here, rook g3 and black resign. Now, the only way to defend against that is to do bishop c8, but simply you have rook g3, threatening checkmate over here, and if you try to defend, queen h6, and here you win like that. So very important, if I recap very quickly, e5, knight g5, threatening here, and here, simply bishop take h6. Very convincing game. Let's see another one. In the second game, Magnus play e4 this time, and they go into a Berlin defense. So this position is very quiet. It's a very positional game, symmetrical. So I'm gonna fast forward the game to the key moments. So now we're here in this end game. It's about equal, black takes, take, and f5. There's not a lot going on. This is a rook end game. So in this position, Magnus play king d3. Now, key moment, what would you do if you were Gukesh here defending against the world champion? Feel free to pause the video. So there are not that many many moves, that you can do. Now, the rook here is very passive. So one idea is to move it back to h6. Another idea would be for the king to go to d8. Now, which one is the right move? Well, the right move was to move the king, later activating the rook. Now, white would try to do king c4, attacking here. Now you would do king c7. Now the king come here, and very important, king b7, defending here, the rook cannot come in. And then you would take this rook over here and try to reactivate. Now, In this key moment, right, when Magnus played king d3, unfortunately, Gukesh, let me activate the rook. And that's the losing mistake. Let's see why. King c4, now the king comes in, king b5, attacking here, king c7, and now feel free to pause the video. What to do now? I kind of gave you the way before. Now, king a6, and unfortunately, black is not in time to save the game. There was rook g6 here, and rook c4 check, and then we're gonna be able to defend here, get this pawn, and winning on the king side. So in this position, black resigned. So what was the key idea here? The key idea was to move that king here on a6, and Gukesh missed that. He had to do king b7 to prevent white from entering. So lack of experience. Clearly Magnus is extremely strong in this drawish kind of equal rook and game. Let's see another game. The third example in the match, Magnus now plays with the black pieces. Now, clearly, Magnus Carlsen won by a large margin against Gukesh, but here, let's see why he does that playing black. In the opening, he played quite a dodgy setup like that, and like a modern defense, the Norwegian defense so-called, and clearly white is better. So far Gukesh is doing well. Now he could play c3, but he goes directly for the kill h5. So g5 played, maybe bishop g4 was slightly less dangerous, but g5 played by the world champ. Knight f3, knight d4, knight h6. So clearly we can see the black king here is in danger, but you have to act fast. So here c3 was again a good move. Bishop d3 played. Okay, so that's not bad, but even stronger was f5 right away. Let's say if black takes, queen g4 here, and you're threatening this king. If you take like that, no problem. And white is much better here in this position. However, what could be wrong with bishop d3, you may ask? So the game goes on. c5, check, the king comes here. So the king is in danger. Once again, it's a blitz game, so white has to decide. And here Gukesh played a normal move, 9b3. Here he had to go for the kill. f5 was super strong, threatening e6 here with a very strong attack. And if you do king g8, e6, and you have very strong attack here with bishop h6 coming, queen g4 coming. He missed that and play knight b3. Now, another thing that you could do here is simply give up a pawn. That was very strong. And here, you would threaten to come on e6, queen b6, bishop d7, threatening to come there, bishop g5, attacking e7, and you would have a very strong attack. Let me continue the line. And here you do castle. That would be the way to find a refutation, to go for the kill. So when Carlsen tried to be too ambitious with black, you have to punish with f5, that's very clear, or e6. But if white plays too slowly, like in the game, black is fine. And here, feel free to pause the video. What would you play with the black pieces here? And Carlsen went e6. So you may think, well, he's trying to develop his pieces, right? Now, white played bishop e2, and that was a killer move. The killer move of e6 was queen h4. Queen h4 played, move 18, Gukesh resigned. Why is that? You have g3 and queen h2, and you're winning. So you go like that, gonna come here and then give checkmate. So amazing, amazing, because in this position you can go for the kill, but if you play slowly, that is actually black winning here in super fast fashion. Let's see one more game. In here, Magnus plays a more normal opening, and they go into the Italian opening and kind of the Hungarian variation with bishop e7. So that's like a normal game. And let me fast forward when we go to the key moment of the game. So we are here and we can see positionally Magnus is trying to attack. So in this position, c3 was the best move for white. If you do queen d7, you defend h3. So Gukesh here said, let me just do king g2 so that I can put the rook here and defend h3. However, f5, excellent move, and black is attacking. Queen d7, attacking here. That was Gukesh's idea. Now what do we do? Simply rook a e8 here. You're indirectly defending here the pawn. So white continue to attack e5, bishop d8, defending e5. And now the key question is like what to do with white here. Black has a simple plan, e4, and look, these pieces are very awkward. So in this position, maybe the best move was queen d1, but you do e4, and you simply dominating here, but that will be a game. In the game, g4 is play. Now, very easy. You can give up the bishop, and here you gain back the piece, and you have an attack. Queen e4 was tried by Gukesh. And what is the final move of the game? Feel free to pause the video. And here Magnus played rook f2. And Gukesh resigned, because if you do that, rook f8, and white has to give pieces and lose the queen and the game very soon. So once again here, positional domination, starting with f5, and here concluding with a very simple and winning sack. So I hope you enjoy this recap of the match. Clearly, Gukesh is not yet at the level of Magnus. Final score 23-7. Now Carlsen, if he wants to win the SEC, will have to play at some point Hikaru Nakamura. There may be a much better battle in terms of 5+1, 3+1, 1+1, meaning 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute plus 1 second increments match. That may be what people are looking to see. Gukesh is very good in classical. In terms of speed chess, he needs to learn how to be more practical and use his time and maybe have better openings as well for rapid chess. But a great talent, but outmatched here by Magnus Carlsen. I see you in the next one.